Alright, kia ora koutou, welcome to Whangaroa Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Thought we'd do a series of videos just taking some stuff that's kind of implicit in the way we teach and make it explicit. Sometimes we get to a certain level and we kind of forget what beginners are going through and we kind of assume that they understand, and we know what they say about people who assume. So this is an answer to a question from Sarah, who basically asked, well, what's grading? We've been saying grading's coming up, we've been saying you need to get ready for grading, just assuming people understand what that means. So I thought we'd take this opportunity to answer that question. So when we're talking about grading, what we're talking about is essentially a summative assessment of your knowledge in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Now, we have a curriculum that we apply to our techniques, which comes from John Will. So if you're a white belt, that's your starting point. You have 4 movement drills that we'd expect you to be able to know before we'd give you your first strike. So then once you get your first strike, you can grade for your second strike. And there's another set of techniques we'd expect you to be able to know and demonstrate when you're going for your second strike. And this goes all the way up. So we'd go 1, 2, 3, 4 blue stripes before you got your blue belt, 1, 2, 3 purple stripes before you got your purple belt, and a couple of brown stripes before you got your brown belt, and then a black stripe before you got your black belt, and obviously so on. Now that doesn't limit what you can be learning, but we'd expect that you know at least those techniques. Now this is something that's good from a quality assurance point of view. We want to make sure that whatever club we go to in the Will Machado family, everyone at least at that level knows at least these sets of techniques. Now, different clubs take different approaches. There are a lot of BJJ clubs out there that have no sort of grading protocol. Basically, they know where you are at based on what you do on the mat, and that's how they award their belts. At the other end, there are people who have a very formal approach to their gradings. And what we do is we kind of do both. So we know how you roll, we kind of know the techniques that you know and how well you can do them based on the way you are on the mat. But the grading is a chance basically for you to show off, for you to demonstrate your knowledge of these techniques in front of your teammates, in front of your whānau, if you wish them to come along. So what we would do is basically we'd have you come down, we would have everyone going for their first strike, demonstrating their first strike techniques to see what they know. Now as you go up higher, we would still expect you to know those techniques, but maybe at a higher level. So for example, if your technique requires 6 key points, we might expect a higher level to be able to do 12 key points for that technique, just to show that they can do more with it. Now with our gradings that we're going to be doing, we'll get you to demo your techniques, and this isn't, one thing that people sometimes forget is, this isn't a fight. Your training partner there is there to help you show off your techniques. Okay, they're not there to try to stop you. That would be in a role maybe, or in a fight, but this is just a chance to show, yeah, technically I know these techniques. If I had to coach them, I could coach someone through those steps. So your training partner's there basically to help you perform those techniques. So you'd go through, you do your techniques, and maybe if you're a first strike, that's where you would stop, and then we'll watch the other people go through and do their higher level techniques. Now as part of our grading, what we're going to be doing is, yes, you're going to be showing off your techniques. We're also going to see, can you add in some of the other techniques and little combos, just to see how well you're progressing. We'll get you to have a little bit of a roll as well, but we kind of already know that stuff based on what we've done with you on the mat before. But this is just a final chance for you to show things that maybe you haven't shown on the mat before. It also takes into account a few other things. We want to see things like commitment to the club. We want to see that giving generosity of spirit that hopefully we all have as BJJ practitioners, where we're sharing and helping each other learn. We want to see that you've got focus, that you're a good listener, that you're a good person basically, along with having the technical skill. We want all of those things wrapped up in a bundle. So, like I say at the start, basically grading is just a chance for you to demo your techniques. Now we'll have it where we train. We're not going to go anywhere special for it. Wherever we train for it, so at this point at the Kokiri, that's where our grading will be. You're more than welcome to invite your family along so they can come and see you do your techniques. And basically we'll get you to go through your grading, get you to do some techniques, and we'll tell you what we want you to do, get you to do some rolling, and then we'll finish off with some kai with the whānau, just to make it a little bit of a special experience. So that's video number 1, just answering that question about what is grading. Hope to see you there. Good luck.